G'day, I'm the Tube Reviewer and I give you critical analysis and breakdown of your videos. Today we have an interesting request from Chrixiane. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but you don't say it at the beginning of your videos, so I don't know. She says she wants to remake this, so this will be a good before and after. I will return.
While some people start a company with the goal of making money from the get-go, for some people, their business...
First things first, you're really hard to understand for two reasons. One, the compression of your recording device is way too high. This is a setting you could switch, but likely it's probably just a low quality audio recording device. I like to suggest a decent phone that has a headphone jack and an audio recording app. But since it looks like you're already recording on your phone, maybe get an external recording device like this, Zoom H1. I will soon be doing a video on how to easily record audio on a separate device.
Start making money from it. In either cases, you will need a business plan. My aim with...
Number two is your accent is really heavy. You can either try to reduce your accent with a vocal coach. I particularly know that acting coaches can specialize in this. Or do these videos in your native language. Now, that may not be something that you want to hear, but if numbers are the name of the game, then generally, foreign language communities really want content as much as English, but the English market is incredibly flooded and is nearly impossible to stand out. Your set design is nice enough in its simplicity, well balanced with negative space. Consider looking into what leading lines are, but the compression of your camera's video is unfortunately making you look like a mess. I'm going to assume that you're recording on your phone, but I'd suggest you look into an app that'll record your video at a higher bitrate. If, however, you decide to invest in the camera, in my description there's a link to an article that I wrote a while ago on how to discern the right camera for you. If you're talking about photography, consider using a nicer, more balanced picture here. Or just don't have that screen at all, and have the things like the like and subscribe show up on the screen next to you.
Browsing through the internet, I came up with this simple yet strategic template on how to create.
At this point, I unfortunately can't understand anything. And since it's an informational video like what I'm doing, this is a killer. I don't mean to harp on, but this is in dire need of being fixed.
Easier to rank in Google, but it also makes...
So here I skipped to your latest video, and the audio issue is kind of getting better. It's a lot more full, a lot less echo, and a lot less background sound. But it's still not clear enough.
For your article. The best CEO plugins out there for what?
As a self-proclaimed entrepreneur, smart investment is what people will judge you on. Above all else, fix the over-compression of your video.
And produces images.
I too pre-script everything and read from my phone. Now, I'm dyslexic and I have an atrocious memory, so I really do struggle with this. On an average, I take a minimum of 3 tries to get every sentence out. But presentation is a big factor when what you're trying to convey is being professional. My routine is have my script and read a sentence or two aloud. Reading aloud is a trick you can use to help retain information. Then attempt to recite it properly, check that I haven't messed anything up, then rinse and repeat until happy. I challenge myself to do as much as I can all in one go, but if you're proficient in reading, then consider getting a teleprompter. When in the editing suite, I go through, pick the best parts, and edit them together with cutaways. These are important because not everyone learns from listening. I personally learn visually. So, show some information on the screen, or just have dot points show up on the screen as you cover those topics.
This is all predicated on the idea that people would flock to see this movie in theaters despite...
Now, these guys show news, but they are a good example of using a teleprompter proficiently without the need of many cutaways. Many teleprompter options are less than $100, where you can insert your tablet. I generally don't like the automatic subtitles, so go through making them yourselves. You can also bake them into your editor. I've reached the end point of how I can help you. Audio, intro, dot points. Or, because your videos are so structured, have them in conjunction with wipes, like I did for this section. Though in the future, you could potentially try starting another channel, recording each video twice in each language, and then uploading them to their respective channel and seeing how they do. But remember, these days there's always somebody out there making the stuff that you need for filmmaking cheaper, so do your research.